9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. Full power engines and liftoff of the Falcon 9 and pace, helping keep pace with our ever-changing ocean and atmosphere.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
All 9 Merlin engines lit up and roaring. 1.7 million pounds of thrust.
Chamber pressures on the telemetry are feeling good here, Daryl. All 9 engines performing very well.
It's great news.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Makes its steep climb into its orbit. Right about 2 minutes on the first stage. A view from the rocket camera.
Vehicle supersonic.
Here we hear Falcon 9 supersonic coming up on max Q, maximum dynamic pressure on the launch vehicle.
Max Q.
Pass through max Q, the vehicle continues to perform nominally, all 9 engines firing.
MVAC engine chill has started.
Starting to chill the second stage engine to get that ready. They bleed a little bit of LOX in there so it doesn't get thermal shock once they light it up. A view there, looking down the first stage booster. Getting ready to cut off the engine and separate. We'll have a number of milestones all happening quickly in rapid succession.
We're about 10 seconds from main engine cutoff, and then we'll have stage 1, 2 SEP, and then stage 2 ignition.
Nico. Stage separation confirmed.
There it goes, the first stage of the rocket. Second stage now lighting
MVAC
up.
ignition.
Stage 1 boost back startup.
You see the glow of the first stage as it falls away.
I'm excited to see that first stage come back here to landing zone 1 this morning. That will be great as stage 2 continues to perform. Getting that stage back here will be exciting.
If you're here on the Space Coast and you're watching, get ready for a double thunderclap at just about T plus 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes. The double sonic booms of the first stage booster breaking the sound barrier as it returns to Earth.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
So now the first stage has positioned itself on a return trajectory back here to landing zone 1, which is only a mile or so from our location at Hangar AE. We get quite the thunderclap.
Yeah, always love to hear the landing zone back here when we're in the hangar. We're about 10 seconds away from jettison fairing of the payload fairing, exposing pace to the atmosphere.
This is a big moment for the spacecraft team.
Fairing separation confirmed.
Looking inside, there go the fairings, revealing the PACE spacecraft to the elements. Now PACE will seek to get a signal on the TDRS satellite for our first acquisition of signal.
Yeah, this will be a downlink of a low-level signal on the TDRS network, utilizing the telemetry network to verify that PACE is the transmitter is on, and then they will continue monitoring the spacecraft until separation, and then be able to get their data once they get power positive that we'll see later. And
in that moment you just described, that time period that you just described, They'll only be monitoring data coming from the PACE satellite. They will not be sending any commands in.
Absolutely. Nothing until the spacecraft separates from the stage 2. The spacecraft team will just continue to monitor the health of the spacecraft using the TDRS network and looking at the telemetry. Everything so far on second stage is performing very well. Looks good on our trajectory. They just made a call. Somebody called ASO, but nobody's answered.
And there's a shot from the first stage booster as we're coming back down to the Cape. You can see the lights of the Space Coast. It's a pretty shot.
I love that shot, seeing the coast of Florida come back into view.
2 more burns left.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
That's the first one, the entry burn, for about 30 seconds. You see it lighting up now. Grid fins are out to help give it a precision landing, guiding the first stage booster back to landing zone 1. Split screen now. Well, we did have it. There's
Stage
a shot.
2 FTS is saved.
There's a shot of the booster coming back down from the ground.
Stage 1 entry burn shut down.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
All right, and in comes the first stage booster. Second stage continuing on a nominal trajectory. You can probably see us in there somewhere.
I love that view at night too. To see it'll be really nice to see that as it gets closer. The coast of Florida as we come up on landing zone 1. Stage 2 continues to perform nominally
Stage
on a
1 transonic.
great trajectory for stage 2 as spacecraft continues to look very well during this flight.
Stage 1 landing burn.
All right, there goes the landing burn. In just a few seconds, we'll have a booster on the ground. A look from the ground. We hear the thunder here at
we
Hangar
hear those
AE.
double claps.
Landing leg deploy.
Here she comes.
Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Another pinpoint landing by the first stage booster. Flight number 4 for the first stage in the books. Second stage continuing to burn on a 7.5 minute direct inject into orbit. This will be a quick ride, Mick.
Very quick as the continues to perform very well. We're looking for this to continue firing, and we'll get second stage cut off at around T plus 10 minutes, but things look very well on the telemetry. Vehicle's performing very well, and MVAC is nominal.
The second stage on a Cape polar trajectory hasn't been done by NASA in the past 60 years. SpaceX, though, has done it 11 times. This would be the 12th. T plus 9 minutes on the count. Just about 3 minutes left. Actually, check that. Just about a minute left on the stage 2 burn. There will only be one stage 2 burn.
Yeah, as Jimmy explained to us in the trajectory, this is a direct inject sun synchronous orbit. So just a single burn for the stage 2 this morning. And things continue to look well. Chamber pressure on MVAC and trajectory look nominal.
And then we'll coast for just a few minutes and separate the PACE Observatory. Standing by for stage 2 cutoff, known as SECO 1. We'll have that in just a few seconds.
I'm back shut down.
All right, there you have it. Now we're going to coast for a few minutes and take a look at the forward-facing camera so we can see the PACE spacecraft, which is being monitored by the spacecraft team. The engine nozzle on stage 2 still glowing just a bit from a 7.5 minute burn.
The all telemetry on stage 2 looks nominal for the flight. Looks like a very good stage 2 performance so far. So we'll see how things go as we get ready for spacecraft separation.
Now just about 1 minute away. This is a big moment for the PACE spacecraft team, one in which they're holding their breath a bit. There you see PACE now.
I love that camera view from the front of the stage 2, looking at the PACE spacecraft out there in that dark space right now. Things are looking really well, and I love that. Love to see that camera view.
Dark indeed, as they launched into an orbital eclipse. So PACE has no sunlight on it, as you can see. But the hope is once they get those solar arrays deployed, a critical moment, they're going to be looking to get power on it. There goes PACE.
Payload separation confirmed.
Off into space on its own, flying free. We've got applause here at the Mission Directors Center at Hangar AE. Looks like a good separation. Vehicle pretty stable.
Yeah, launch vehicle performed very well today, and glad to see PACE separated. We've got a few more milestones that the team will be working on to get PACE to power positive.
Hopefully we can have this view for a bit longer. You see stacked to the right side of the screen, the 3 lines. Those are the solar arrays. It's a 3-panel array. And once the guidance and navigation control system senses that it's got basically nulled the rates, the spacecraft is stable, it'll start to deploy those solar arrays. And it will be done autonomously. It's dark out there, so we're starting to lose our view. We are now passing the milestone in which we expect the solar arrays to be deployed. Again, this is the expected milestone. It's dark out there. Again, no sunlight.